I think we may well have last spoke in April, and one of the things on the election campaign was your concerns about not only planning applications in the area, but also what's in the land. But the words genocide and Aveley is quite strongly worded, isn't it?
It is, and I'll be honest, it wasn't my original sort of thought and idea. One of the ladies asked, can I put that? And I said, it sounds awful, but a lot of people are so passionate and so worried that we believe it's tantamount to killing your own people. You know, the council say that they've done land surveys and that it's sufficient, and yet their own surveys have shown that we've got things like benzo A pyrene, which is in the ground, anything up to 70 times the UK and EU limit. It's a cancer-forming, DNA-changing chemical. It's the worst, second worst in the world.
Let's be specific here. Where exactly in Aveley are you saying this, and what is your concrete evidence?
We're saying that it's in the landfill that's just beside the bypass, where they're proposing to build 340 homes. I believe Barrett's the builders that were originally the developers, and we hear that somebody else has taken it over. I'm not sure, but they've done a survey. The Thurrock Council did surveys a few years ago. They did boreholes, and their own survey shows these chemicals of this type in that location at these levels. And we're very concerned that if it's left alone, it probably, and I can only say probably, be safe. But the plans they have at the moment, we're really, really unhappy about the way they want to dig it up and leave it to the open air. They've got a meagre 500-gallon Bowser who's watered down the dust on this awful material.
Why early now in January 2013 have you taken this stand? I know you've been campaigning a long time, but why now here outside the council offices?
Twofold. One, there's a small variation on the planning, and to be fair, it is only talking about changing the housing from 3-storey to 2-storey, but even within that is a tale, because we believe, I haven't got full evidence from architects and designers or even the current owners of the land or developers, but the reason they're going down in stories is so there isn't so much pressure on the ground, or they don't have to do membranes or mitigating for the contaminated ground. And also we know that planning thing expires on Monday, so we're bringing it today so that we've got time to raise these issues. But also we've tried all the proper channels. We're doing this now because we are exasperated, and I'll be honest, it frightens me absolutely witless with the thought that what's in this ground. But not just that, there's been sewage overflows in the school. We've got representatives here from Aveley Primary School. The site manager will tell you they've had 2 huge sewage blockages and outflows onto the school grounds. They had to wash it down with disinfectants, suck it up, take it away, and that's with the current housing and the current sewage. They're planning to put cesspits in Aveley. They call them underground tanks, but effectively it's a modern cesspit with a plan to pump it out at night because the sewage system cannot take it. But you saw recently floods in part of England because the pumps didn't work. So what if these pumps don't work? And contaminated sewage, raw, is dangerous if not deadly to children and adults alike.
Alan.